Hello, everyone. My name is Lana Petrov. I'm a quantum healing hypnosis practitioner in New York City. And I'm making this video in response to Alison Cole, a video about the event. She posted a lot of videos on YouTube from her quantum healing sessions. She's one of my colleagues. We're in the same forum, and I watch her all the time. And I want to thank her for all the videos. Um, I had a lot of people came to me for a session in New York because they wanted to know what were they going to be during the event. And a lot of people are disappointed because she said the event will happen in March and it didn't. But I'm here to tell you that it did. I had a lot of very interesting sessions. Um, and People got really profound information. But this one particular session I had last week, and this was absolutely amazing, and I have to share it with everyone because there's so many insights in this session that I will talk about it later. And the client's higher self said the event did happen in the weekend of Easter and Passover. Um, it was a big wave. A lot of people might have felt it. It was just the beginning of the event, but it did happen. So I want to share the whole session now because, as I said, it was so amazing. And for those who don't know, quantum healing hypnosis deals with past life regression and connection to the higher self. Now, for those who don't know, I have to tell you that all the information that I have to give you now, um, I'm not getting that information. I'm just a facilitator. Um, it comes through my client. The client is connecting to their higher self or their subconscious. In this case, it was higher self, and they have all kind of information about anything. The client comes with a list of questions, and when we connect, I ask those questions, and the information comes through the client. So everything I'm going to tell you today, it's not my insights. It all comes from the above through my client, particular client. So in the beginning of this session, as right after the induction, the client sees herself in this beautiful place where she sees transparent crystal-like pyramids. And everybody is dressed in white and gold. It sort of, she says, like a Greek or Egyptian attire that people are wearing. And everything is so beautiful. And she says it's a sacred place where people go to cleanse, analyze, and recharge. She calls it heaven, but it could be any place. It could be just dream place where people go in their dreams to cleanse themselves of the negative energy. So she says that the crystal-like pyramids, they're so beautiful. There's the light is inside, and people go inside. So I asked her to go inside and experience the light. And she says the light inside is glowing. It's very beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's wonderful. It envelops everything. It's the most wonderful thing you can possibly imagine. It's shiny and bright and it feels warm. It's also gold. It swarms inside the pyramid. It takes all this bad energy and turns it into light. Um, she finds out that she's one of the people in that place who uh, cleanses the pyramids of the negative and recharges those pyramids. She's not the only one. There's others like her, and that's what they do. And I asked how do they recharge those pyramids, and she explains they do it with love. They transmit love from their heart, and the love transmits um, the energy to the pyramids, and the pyramids in itself cleanses the people that come in um, for cleansing and um, recharging themselves. But it's mostly for cleansing the negative energy. How wonderful is that? So at this place, because she's already connected so much to her higher self, we connect. I ask for permission and we connect to her higher self, and I start asking the questions. Um, the client is a cancer survivor, and she said that she helped herself to get rid of cancer, and she came for a session to make sure that it's all gone. So I asked, why did she experience cancer in this lifetime? And the answer from their higher self is she needed to get rid of fear. She was successful. She had to overcome the fear, and she did. She chose not to be fearful. That's when she overcame the fear. The origins of the fear is here. She's touching her body. But she made a choice, and the fear is no longer there. The client mother was dying from cancer, and she will have to witness her suffering when she was a little girl. So she was fearful all her life of getting it, and she did. And then she chose, as the higher self explained, not to be fearful anymore, and the cancer was gone. Now, she did all the conventional stuff also. She did radiation, and I don't know if she did surgery, but she did do something. But the higher self said that she was successful in getting rid of it because she chose to get rid of fear, not to be fearful. Um, and then I asked that question. There's a lot of people who are getting cancer now. Is there a reason for that? And the answer from the higher self is it's the fear. It's the fear. They have installed so much fear around it that it becomes manifested. You shouldn't speak about cancer in the way that people do or advertise medication about it because it increases the fear. And the fear opens the space for it to happen. But once you overcome the fear, it will be gone. It's not very difficult disease to overcome. That's what they say. It's actually quite simple. It's related to DNA, and it's related to the spiritual purpose of the DNA. And all you have to do is ask your DNA to clear it, and it will be gone. Easier said than done, but that's how they speak. They think that from higher up, everything is just so simple. Not to us. Uh, then I ask my question because this is it's an issue in my family too. So I asked, what would you suggest I do to help someone who has cancer. And the higher self says, focus on them not to be afraid. They are loved, they are protected, they are healed. There is no room for cancer. Now, I want you to pay attention. That's how you should focus on somebody who has cancer at present time. Not to say she will be cured. No, they are protected. They are healed. There is no room for cancer. Where there is love, there is no room for fear. If there is no fear, there is no cancer. If there is no fear, and there is no fear where there is love. Love is the only answer. Love is the only truth. And love is the only healer. You love yourself. And this is absolutely magnificent what comes next. Love every cell in your body. Be thankful for it. Wake up in the morning and be thankful for the wonderful, beautiful, miraculous, gorgeous, incredible body that you are, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Everybody is perfect. Absolutely perfect. There is nothing that is not perfect within a human being. Even people who seem to be ridden with illnesses are perfect. They're perfect in God's eyes, and that's what they need to remember. They're perfect because they're part of the Spirit. There is no room for illness. There is no room for suffering. There is no room for pain when God is there. And all you have to do is remember to love themselves. How profound is that? Love is the only answer. Love yourself. Then, higher self, we go on with the questions. Now, everything that I'm saying from higher self is word to word. I didn't make anything up. I didn't add anything. I transcribed the session word to word. Just wanted to clarify that. Then we go on with the questions, and the next question is the higher self gives suggestion on clearing negative energy. Very important. To bathe in water and salt. Negativity likes to attach itself to light. They're saying that the light beings are, sometimes get a lot of negative energy because negativity is being attached to them. So they suggest to bathe in water with salt. Ocean is one of the good ways to do it. Salt absorbs all the negativity out of the body. People need protect themselves because things are changing. And light is coming stronger. And negativity will try to attach itself to the light. People need to protect themselves when they walk outside. Envelop yourself in white light. And this is what I do during the session. If the client is experiencing pain or they need a healing, I ask for white light. And most of the time it does come in. The client sees the white light and it goes right where it needs to go and clears the issues. And it's so simple. It amazes me every time. Every time I call the light and I ask for the light to clear something, it comes in just like that. And I don't see it. The client tells me that they see the light, they feel the light, they experience that beautiful energy, and it clears the issue. Now, the most important thing is the trust. The client has to trust that healing is being done. Very, very important. So the higher self suggests that to call the white light and ask for protection. Relieve all the negative blockages from the body and balancing all the chakras. So you can do, anyone can do it. Wake up in the morning, ask for light to balance all your chakras, to release all the blockages, clear yourself of the negative energy. See that white light envelop your body. Before you walk outside, call the white light. Very powerful. Now, the next question is from the client. She used to work in United Nations. She had a very powerful position there. And she left. She said that there's a lot of negativity around that organization, and she wanted to know why. Uh, so this is the answer. It's an old institution. It could do good work, but it has to be cleansed. And if it's not, it will disappear sooner than you think. But that's not what we want. We, meaning them, that's what they always say. Higher self never says I, it always says we. That's how I know I'm connecting to a higher self. But that's not what we want. It has a good purpose, but there is negative energy attached to that institution, and it's very dark and evil. There has to be a change of awareness for it to leave, and that's what's happening now. Darkness will be exposed to the light and it will dissipate and it will be painful. It's happening right now. Things are shifting and changing very rapidly within United Nations and United States and the government. We are steering the rod very vigorously in there. And all the cockroaches and darkness will come out, and it will be unpleasant. But then the light will come in and it will purify and cleanse. Things will be changed and transmitted into what they ought to be. People need to know that God is there helping. People need to pray and surround the United Nations building with light, and it will help a lot. Imagine surrounding that building with light. It will be protected. The people will be protected. Very interesting, isn't it? My Buddha cup. Then the next question is about Gaia. Gaia is our planet, for those who don't know. The answer is Gaia is strong and resilient, and things will shake up. But she is also compassionate, so she is waiting. There will come time when she will need to cleanse herself. That's a part of the truth and justice. Gaia is a living organism, it's a living being, but we need to take care of it. We need to be connected. If we're not connected, we will not survive. Think about that one. Then a very interesting question about sugar. The higher self suggests to a client to eat sweets. And I am so surprised. I said, really? I thought sweets and sugar wasn't good for you. And the answer is, it depends. Sometimes sugar has a spiritual purpose. If you're too hard on yourself, you need some sugar. People look for love in sugar, and that's not the right answer. When you have love, you don't need the sugar. Sugar is just a reminder of love. But if you hard on yourself, you need some sugar. I thought it was very interesting. And then the client wanted to know, what is the transition to New Earth all about? How is that going to happen? And the higher self says it's about consciousness and shifting your awareness. Right now it's harsh. The environment is harsh. Things are harsh. There's a lot of negativity, but it's going to change. Energy is changing right now, and it's bringing light and love and support, and it's difficult sometimes because people are experiencing both things, the harshness and the love. They need to turn away from harshness. They need to turn away from negativity. They need to turn away from terrible words they say to each other. They need to be loving and kind and respectful. And if that happens, the shift will happen quicker. People are attached to their ways, and that's why the shift isn't happening sooner. People say horrible things to each other. You need to turn away from that. How about that one? Be aware of what you say. Every time you say something negative, it manifests in a negative energy and it's flying someplace. And negative attracts to other negative and it accumulates. Be careful what you say to each other. And then there comes a warning from the higher self. And I like that one a lot. Tell people not to watch news. It's addictive. It's contaminating. It contaminates your spirit. People are addicted to it because of the drama, but the drama leads nowhere. Things will get resolved without drama. People don't need to know about drama. It should be kept quiet because people don't know that the drama actually increases the negativities. A lot of people I know don't like to watch news for that reason, and I'm all with them. Yeah. And now we come to the event. And I ask, where uh, we also keep hearing about the event that was supposed to happen in March. Now we're in the end of March. Actually, the session was on April 4th. And that was my question. Mm. The answer, it happened, but not the way that you thought. The shift of the event has already occurred. The shift of the event. If you look at the sun, you could see it's white. It's not yellow anymore. It's very strong. Some people's eyes will hurt because of the light. There's powerful, powerful light, and it's taking place right now, and it took place over the weekend, and it's the weekend of end of March, Passover, and Easter weekend. The climate will change, and that's why there is snow, and we had snow on right after that weekend in New York. It's a way of cooling the energy. The weather pattern will be changed because of it. Some people cannot bear the light, it gives them headache. I don't know about you, but that weekend I and many people I know, together with my daughter, we did experience being really, really tired. We went for Easter parade, had a good time, and couldn't even get home. We're dragging our feet. So that was the event. And a lot of people were getting headaches and eyes were hurting. That's what they said. So I asked, did you say it happened this weekend, the weekend of Passover and Easter? And the higher self, there was a big shift this past weekend. There was a lot of light, powerful energy that it came in. It was very strong, and people felt it physically. The eyes hurt, the head hurt. You feel very drained. I did. You had to lie down. A lot of people did. The snow is intended to help people rest. People needed to rest after that energy. They will not realize the impact of it until later, but it's already here. Many negative things will come in the news, but you shouldn't watch them. It's the clearing. All the darkness and cockroaches will come out, but you do not want to see them. They're hideous. Don't look at them because you will be contaminated. Another warning, don't watch the news. Uh, this is what I said. I said that I noticed that the sky is always gray and always covered by clouds. We don't even see the sun anymore. And I'm looking outside now and it's just gray and yellow. It's horrible. And the higher self says, it's actually very sad. It's the dark energy trying to come in, but it's just symbolic because it really doesn't work. The energy is here, the people will feel it and feel uplifted by it, even though you know there's this darkness. The darkness is covering the planet, but the vibration will soon clear it. That's why it feels so oppressive and heavy. Sure does. Light will always dissipate the darkness. There will be sun soon. We can't wait. And then I ask, what would be the most effective way to clear the darkness? Meditate and focus on the light. And actually steering, blowing the blockages away. You have to blow it away. Meditation is very important because it brings the light. It's so effective. But there will be a change. We need to focus on clearing it, dissipating the darkness and bringing in the light. Now, this is your job. They can't help us if we don't do our part. So I ask, where is the darkness coming from? Entities. The darkness is losing its ground. It doesn't want to. It should dissipate into light and love. It will find its light sooner or later. But protection is needed. Protection for the planet and for yourself. Ask for protection. Ask for protection. Ask for white light. Anchor that white light into the planet. This is our job. We need to do it. Please do. And you don't even have to close your eyes. Just imagine a white light coming from above and anchor it. Anchor it into Gaia. I do it all day long. All day long. Then the client was asking questions about the crystals and the colors, and I thought I will share that also. Crystals, the higher self said, the crystals have memory of the energy. The gems, they each have their own property. Blue is for spiritual connection. Emerald green is for healing. Yellow is for clearing. Red is for moving the stagnant energy. White is for purity and love and cleanliness and God. Silver is for protection. Uh, and gold is for God within. I didn't know that. All of those colors are represented in gems and crystals, and they make you remember. That's it. That's my first video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to do a healing session, quantum healing hypnosis, check out my website, healinghypnosisny.com. NY stands for New York. My name is Lana Petrov. Good luck to all, and love you all.